So it was my 40th birthday recently, and since I've been rocking the original thick boy Samsung Galaxy Watch for years now, for this new phase of my life, I want to look a little more sophisticated, a little more elegant. So I thought it was time to upgrade. I found a great deal on Red Flag Deals, so I ordered it, and to my delight, it had same-day delivery. Nice. But let's get straight to it. The watch looks great. It's comfortable, has no bad buttons, it's bright, responds well to the touch, it's waterproof, and there's a lot of ways to customize the look. It's nice. But you know what my problem is with watches nowadays? It's the frickin' batteries. They pack so many features in with this watch, like sleep monitoring, body composition tracking, blood CO2 levels, auto workout detection, blood pressure monitoring, ECG monitoring, stress management. It's like, come on. I get that there are some people that want all this crap, but I don't. Not in the basic version of the watch. Just give me the battery life, you know? Look, I'm the kind of guy, all I really want my smartwatch to do is to tell the time, give me notifications, maybe let me respond to those notifications in a pinch, control the volume of my music on my device or in my house, maybe add stuff to the calendar, and that's pretty much it. I don't need it to replace my phone. My priorities are comfort, battery, then functionality. I don't need a lot of the other crap these watches offer. It's like they're telling you to never take this thing off because it'll help you live. But then if you use all this stuff, you have to charge it at least every day. And I mean, even if it's a quick 30-minute charge, that's a pain in the butt. I personally only like to charge my watch at night, but then they're like, wait, you need it to tell you how well you slept. Because, you know, feeling like garbage the next day isn't enough to let me know I slept poorly. With the default settings out of the box, mine would barely last a day. I've had to disable practically every setting just to squeeze out 2-day battery life. I mean, they've made 5 versions of this watch and the battery life is still this bad? Come on. Samsung, if you're listening to me right now, see this watch you created? Your first one? The one that had a battery that could last all week? Yeah, rehire the team that made this. They knew what was up. I stopped using that watch a couple weeks ago, and I'm actually almost considering going back to it because it did all of those things that I said with the notifications, volume control, etc., and the battery still lasts almost a full week. This? Sure, it looks better, has nicer apps, better integration, nicer resolution, but all that goes out the window because the battery is so meh. It turns out I don't want to charge my watch every day. It's not like a phone, not to me. Like, look, what's the point of me doing a deep dive video into this watch when the number one thing, in my opinion, the battery is so average it's barely worth talking about. All the rest of that stuff goes out the window, which brings me to the point of this video. If you're shopping for a smartwatch, just get last year's model if you find a good deal. Heck, get the model even before that if you can. Will the older models tell the time, give you notifications, and last about a day? Probably. So save your money. I mean, this watch is flatter than my wife's Galaxy Active 2, which is a few years old. It does wear a little more comfortably, I'll give it that. But my problem is you could have all the coolest features in the world, but if you go away for the weekend or camping or something with a watch like this, you're screwed. I get a lot of people have chargers at their desk and they don't mind taking it off while they work or while they're getting ready for the day, and that's cool. I get it. But for the rest of us, just give us a basic smartwatch with good battery. Make that the number one priority and make it affordable. I don't need apps and web browsers and photo albums on my watch. I have a phone for that. Look, some people might want to go for a run with their phone and make calls while they're out, and that's rad. I get it. That's a cool feature. But that's like the special edition of the watch, you know? The sport version. Don't make that the basic one because people like me don't need that. And if that sacrifices the overall duration of the battery, then maybe leave that feature out. So, should you buy the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5? This is a good product. It is. It's a good watch if you have a lifestyle that suits the way it was meant to be used and charged. If you can get it on sale for a good price like I did, and you're in the Android ecosystem, yes, you should probably buy it. I think the size is great and it's comfortable. It even tells the time. But I think watch tech has gone a bit downhill over the years. Like, look at the original watch Charge. It sits there confidently on its beefy charger. You can use it as an alarm clock before bed. It's thick. I could wear this watch going away for a 4-day long weekend and not have to bring a charger. I loved that. Now, while the Watch 5 does come with a charger, look at it. It's piddly. You can't really use it as an alarm clock. It's not quite the same. For 250 bucks, sure. But for 400, wait for a sale or check out maybe the Pro version. I love having a smartwatch. It's so convenient when you're driving or at a party where you don't have to interrupt people to check your messages. I really think life is better when I'm wearing mine. I do enjoy wearing this watch, but I'm constantly worried about it running out of batteries, and that gets a little tiring. I think they've gotten a little smug with the features that they offer in their watches. You know, just because you can doesn't mean you should. At least not with the basic model of the watch. I wish they didn't include pretty much all of the bloated health stuff. I just want a battery that is reliable. I want to be able to go out for a weekend without worrying I'm going to be wearing an expensive bracelet on day 2. Samsung clearly makes really nice stuff. I just wished it was a little more like the old Galaxy Watch. The new watch is better, but since the battery life is so meh, maybe I'll go back to wearing a plate around my wrist. How about you? Do you have this watch or any other Samsung watch? What do you think about it? Or do you have an Apple Watch? Should I switch everything over to Apple? I'm not gonna lie, I have been considering that recently. As always, thanks for the comments, likes, subs, and support. My channel has been growing nicely, and it's all thanks to you. I really appreciate it. If you have a minute, maybe watch this video next, or check this one out. See you next time on The Sad Life.